Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for tuning in to your reading. So I was inspired to do a reading for you guys that will be a one-off community reading for the collective. And the only thing that I know for sure is that I am to have a bit of green fairy, which is what you see here. Very light green fairy because that's all that I can tolerate, and if you know, you know. And use birthday numerology, which means, and I just realized there's some wax on this book. Anyway, we are going to, take whatever numbers come out, and we're going to have story time towards the end of the reading. So you can stick around for that if you want to hear me read from the book. It's a good book. I haven't looked at it in a while, but I remember reading it to people and reading it to myself. Like I took it to work one time a long time ago. I've had the book for a long time, and I was reading my own, and of course, all the coworkers wanted to know, about themselves as well. So I read them, some of theirs from that book, like their birthday numerology, and they were all ooh and ah, because it was so accurate. So anyway, we're going to read that towards the end. So since I have been given such loose parameters, besides those two things, having the green fairy and using the birthday numerology, aside from that, it's like open season, and spirit, source, the universe just wants to come through with whatever messages want to come through, more than likely related to love, as is the nature of this channel. So that's what I'm gonna do. So to keep with the theme of green, which for whoever wants to know, green represents the heart chakra, healing, growth, prosperity, fertility. I feel like my heart chakra must be expanding or growing, but I have been wearing my green calcite and my rose quartz. I have been wearing those two bracelets a lot, so maybe that's part of it. But if you're watching this, then you're aligning with this energy as well. So let's use this deck here. This is I call it my alien deck. I don't remember the exact name, sorry, of this deck. And I assume that you're open-minded, because if you're watching my channel, you would have to be, or at least curious. You're, open-minded curious, I guess, to be watching a tarot YouTube channel. So I am going to assume that me using cards that reference extraterrestrials isn't going to be too off-putting to you. And a lot of you who watch probably are aware of some sort of extraterrestrial ancestry that either exists within you or in others. And I did do a video a while ago, was inspired by another YouTube reader, and that was on your extraterrestrial ancestry. It was a pick a card, so check out the links down below. I have playlists linked down below for different readings if you wanted a different reading today. But I hope you'll stick around for this reading and see what comes out. I'm curious to know what's going to come out. But anyways, instead of doing, a reading where it's going to be pick a card, getting messages from your individual extraterrestrial ancestors or guides, I just decided to kind of add this in to what I'm going to be doing here today. So we'll just simply get a card from this deck. But the last reading that I did, and I should probably look it up and watch it and see what was said. I'm kind of like David Letterman in that I like to watch my readings sometimes, not all the time, just for quality control purposes. And, if it was good enough for him, whether you like him or not, he did go up against the juggernaut Johnny Carson at the time and held his own and became successful doing that. So I kind of do that myself, just, to make sure that, to learn what I can learn. Why the hell not? I'm not reading for myself, but I can learn from how I interpret the cards and things like that, and just how I'm coming across is important to know how you're coming across. So I do that. But I would like to look at that reading as my point, where, because I read from the Star People book, which is an old book. I had like a printout that had these different traits and characteristics that you would have if you had extraterrestrial ancestry, which I believe that we all do. I think it's kind of indisputable at this point. I mean, it's common knowledge that there are some things that, whatever. But anyways, it was a checklist to see if you fell into the category of what is known as a starseed. And then I told the story about the reader that I went to like 20 years ago, 25 years ago. And I went there for a love reading. Actually, there were 2 readers who said this to me. And within the same time frame. And I think it was probably like 2005-ish, I want to say. And I was there for a love reading, and they're like, you know, basically, you're an alien. I was kidding. Not like that, but more or less, bottom line, one opened with, you don't fit into your family, and this is why, and then just gave me this checklist of all these things that I do have, and that represent people who are more likely to be starseeds or whatnot. And then some of you are probably freaking out. I don't care, because I always tell the truth on my channel. It's my channel. I'll talk about what I want to talk about. But others of you are curious and or can relate because you're starseeds too, and you know what I'm talking about, or you've always been curious about these topics. And then the other one, she just kept staring at me. It was at a psychic fair. She was an elderly lady, and I came up there again to talk about a relationship. But she just kept staring at me like a deer in the headlights and looking around me. And like the only thing that she really said, she addressed the question, but she was more interested in the UFO that was evidently flying around my aura. And at the time, I don't think she wanted to freak me out, so she didn't tell me what it was. But later I went back, and she did kind of admit to me that whatever, I had a name and everything. She wrote down what my name was. It's very cool to actually think about, but I know it sounds strange. Anyway, whether you believe in that stuff or not, this is a good oracle deck. It'll have something for you. So if you have a question or concern, go ahead and think about that. I've been drawn to this deck lately. Don't know why. I was kind of drawn into like this topic, this area, using the Starseed book somehow in my readings here, like for you guys, in the similar way that I'm going to be using this birthday numerology book. But that's for another day. But we'll just do a nod to this topic by using this deck to get a general overall message for those who are watching. Oh, there it is. We've got vegans. Vegans? Are some of you vegans, though, since I said it that way? We've got the vegans. Solitude, independent, peace. Okay? So are some of you part of a group, but you don't feel like you're necessarily part of a group? You might feel like an outlier within your family. You might be somebody that has an active imagination, and even when you're amongst other people, you get carried away or like taken away by your imagination. Off with the fairies, as they say. Some of you are really beautiful mocha colored individuals. You could even wear your hair similarly to these people on the card, and or like to be outside or feel disconnected. If you do feel disconnected, it's important to get grounded, and you can do that by walking in the sand or in the grass, in your bare feet. We've got at the bottom of the deck the golden ratio, beauty, nature, patterns. So that just kind of talks about how mysterious the universe is, but most of what we consider mysterious about the universe and about existence is actually understood by mystics and shamans of the old age, of ancient times. Like, these things have been long understood, but science is just starting to catch up with that. And one of the ways is through this here, the Fibonacci, I think is how you say it, sequence. And you could have some resonance with this. The 13th, 21st, 8, 5, 3, 34. Could be somebody's age. Could be a day that somebody was born. Could be a life path number, something like that. I think it's interesting that that card came out when I'm going to be talking about numerology later. Okay, what is the main message that this deck wanted to talk about? Because I know that this deck wanted to come out. It could be telling me, hey, read from the book. Well, you know what? I don't know where this book is, and I don't have this book memorized. So you're just gonna have to dumb it down for me, Spirit, and give me another card to let us know, you know, what's significant about this deck today that we should be paying attention to. I just realized something else too. I'm over here realizing a lot of different things. Here it is. Found the book. But I'm still going to get you guys another card. So maybe if you were considering becoming a vegan or getting more simpatico or in touch with the environment, this can be a sign for you that you're on the right track with that. Some of you are 9 life paths. 7 life paths are teachers, they're seekers. That would make sense. They would be at a reading like this. I'm also getting 4 life path, or somebody being born the 4th of the month or the 13th. And those are the main ones coming through right now. Okay. We've got 8, 5, and 3. Nagas. Oh, okay. Wow. Never seen this one before. But, oh, I just realized. Okay. It's the Naked Titty Committee on this card. I didn't realize. Like I said, I haven't used this deck before, but it would make sense that this card would come out, since this is a love channel and we usually talk about love and do love readings. And this is number 14, which reduces to 5. Okay, and again, it's 1 and 4, so somebody could have 1 in their numbers predominantly. That's the number of unity and of leadership or becoming one. As you can see on the card, it's 2 people becoming one. And 4 is the number of stability, it's consistency. Okay. It says lovers, erotica, and sensuality. Interesting. So evidently, they have like little snake bodies or something. I don't know what genus or species that's supposed to be. But interesting to know that. Okay, so we've got this here going on. Let me just give me a second. Getting parallel realities here. It could be an earthly thing. Somebody could have a life in one part of the world or be involved in a situation, and the other person is off to the side. Okay, but even more strangely, as I'm getting like literal parallel reality Twilight Zone type stuff here. I'm getting the impression that some of you are really manifesting, you know, this Nagas, lovers, erotic, sensuality thing. You're manifesting this. See how she's kind of leaning there? It looks like she's kind of got her hand on hand on the side of her face as if she's thinking. Meanwhile, these 2 people are kind of distracted, but they look like they're a couple. So you might be around people who are in couples and you're not in a couple yet, or you're not in the type of relationship yet that you would like to be in. And so you're fantasizing about what that would look like. Know that you are manifesting with your mind a series of events that is going to intertwine you and bring you into union with the lover here. Okay. I want to get into the book here for number 14. And then we'll pull some tarot cards. It says, ancient Hindu and Buddhist texts speak of the semi-divine serpent beings called Nagas. Oh, okay. Which is Sanskrit for serpent. The Nagas are described as powerful, very beautiful, and highly advanced snake reptoid beings that are advantageous to humans, while also dangerously fearsome and temperamental if provoked. Yeah. You know, this is interesting because I often think when you hear about, and these are for my people who are into extraterrestrial and the theories around that, the reptilians as being this negative force, and there's a lot of hate geared toward them, but at the same time, I know that not all of them are bad, and I have said that, but I didn't realize that in Hindu and Buddhist traditions, there is actually a version of these beings. Well, it looks like they're half human and half reptoid, but that are, like the book is saying, beneficial, beautiful, highly advanced, advantageous to humans, but also dangerously fearsome and temperamental if provoked. And that also reminds me of, I watched Damsel on Netflix the other day, and it's about the girl, I don't want to like tell the whole synopsis of it, but there's a dragon in it. Dragon's getting hate. Okay, I'm born in the year of the dragon. Evidently, my Vedic astrology even represents the dragon in some sense. And I'm thinking, you know, we get a fair share of hate, but it's always like the village coming for us, and we're defending ourselves, you know. But we, you know, we're badass, so we can handle it. But the fact is that we shouldn't have to. Like, people just don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Try to make the dragon seem like this fearsome, you know, scary, mean being, when in reality, it's, I mean, you would be too if people were messing with you for no reason. So I feel like there is some sort of correlation for my dragons, my dragon babies, those who were born in the year of the dragon, or what is it? Are Rahu dominant, I think. I think Rahu is associated with the serpent or the dragon. Correct me if I'm wrong, Vedic astrologers. But, and at that time, like, even in the movie, kind of just proved me right, because at the beginning I was like, oh, stereotypical, the big mean dragon, yada yada yada. Dragons and reptilians, they get such hate, you know. Though they're two separate things, but they're similar enough that I made that correlation. And then, you know, I was pleasantly proven, well, you know, pleasantly proven wrong, or pleasantly surprised at how it went. So anyway, Damsel, if you guys want to watch that, I don't know if you like those kind of things. It was on. What else was I going to watch? But it was good. So anyways, that just goes to what the book is saying. You know, dangerously temperamental. If provoked, don't provoke. Like I said, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Ancient iconography depicts the Nagas with upper human faces and torsos, and snake bodies from the waist down. Nagas is male and Naginis is female. Some suggest the Nagas could be a human hybridized genotype from the Alpha Draconian race. Like the Alpha Draconians, Nagas have the capacity to shapeshift into total human form. The Naga's full form is fourth dimensional and not visible to the average lower third vibrational human sensory perception. The Hindu epic poem, the Mahabharata, oh, I'm going to butcher that one. Mahabharata makes references to the Nagas. Many ancient iconographies and texts around the world depict powerful serpent beings, including Quetzalcoatl from Mexico and rainbow serpent from the Aboriginal Australia, and Greek god Lycaon and goddess Echidna. Being subterranean, the Naga prefer to mostly reside in the deep, dense oceanic waters or subterranean citadels, called talalas, away from human population. They are highly protective of their private environments. Unlike the terra firma talking humanoids, Nagas are more comfortable inhabiting the subtle, sensual energy fields, where they fluidly regenerate their inbuilt elixir, nectar of immortality from the depths of the ocean. Very interesting. Okay. So, for my Hispanics out there, Nagas means something else as well. A little bit dirty too and cheeky, which that card surprised me with the bare-chested lady. But it goes to show that, I mean, all around the world, serpent iconography exists just throughout the ages. And so there's always been known that that is there for a reason. And so this is kind of giving us a theory as to why that is there. What can we take away from it? Well, some of you watching are in alignment with that energy. And it makes sense because I talked about unity, coming into unity. These two are wrapped around each other. It talks about an immortal life, so perhaps an immortal love as well, if we want to venture in that direction. And it does talk about people being fourth dimension versus third dimension, so experiencing things that you don't quite understand, and about senses being heightened, or you would need to have heightened senses to sense certain beings or certain energies, which is what this channel and similar channels are about, sensing other energies that exist, but that we're not aware of because of our human form. But on some level, we are aware of these things. Okay? I want to read number 23 as well, because I want to see how these two really mix together, the vegans. There is another meaning to the Nagas here. Let me see. Okay, Tantra, erotica, vitality, seduction, sensuality, kundalini, lovers, healthy lust, sexual union, and desire. So you are manifesting a sexual union or sexual desire, the desire between two counterparts, two soulmates. It's happening in the fourth dimension. It's not happening perhaps in reality, like in the third dimension reality. Third dimension reality is residual. That means it's just what's left over after you manifested something. It's dead, it's old news. The only true reality is here in the vortex, what you're manifesting. And see how this is a swirl? You can't make that up. I didn't, this is a swirl and this is a swirl as well. So these two cards are showing like, what are you manifesting? This little girl's got, some of you could be young, don't have to be. Maybe you're young at heart, or you just still have like a youthful sense of desire for romance. And you're manifesting this. Maybe you have seen a loving relationship and that's helping you, or maybe you didn't see a loving relationship, from your parents, and so you're just instead trying to imagine what your future love life is going to look like, or trying to manifest, that kind of love that you would ideally want into your life. Okay? Because she's really got a far off look in her eye and her back to these two. Meanwhile, this is what they're experiencing. She's reaching out and touching him. They have pleasant expressions. There's nothing to indicate that, they're not in alignment, as lovers and in union in the fourth dimension. You can be with someone physically and be in union with them, but also spiritually. So it's like doing both. Okay. And the Kundalini rising as well. So if you know about Kundalini, then that's another message there for you. With the Vegas beings reside on a planet Vega called Alpha Lyra, or Lyra. The brightest star of northern Lyra constellation Vega may have its own solar system. Vegan beings are ancestral refugees from the ancient Lyra Draco Wars. Yes, and I was thinking about this as well too. I was looking at my cat, thinking about the Lyra, and I just hear things. Maybe I watch the Y-Files too much. Check out that channel if you haven't already. It's awesome. It's really for the free thinkers, open-minded people, or just for entertainment value. But I think that's why I was thinking about this. So how does this play into the reading? They peacefully do not participate in any galactic politics or wars and take a neutral stance to the complex dramas. They are culturally around 250 years ahead of Pleiadians and stand 6 to 7 feet tall. Vega's beings are highly self-sufficient and very autonomous civilization. They are spiritually guided by the Andromeda Council. The Vega beings are natural healers and care deeply toward nature and natural environments. So those watching could be healers, or again, if you're thinking about going into healing, then this is a clue to maybe you are on the right path with that. While vegan beings, keep saying vegan beings, did initially participate in the original seeding projects, they culturally prefer to stay neutral and private. They chose mostly to be in solitude in on their home planet. Vegans are independent and intolerant of feeling restricted to their sovereign self-agency. Yeah, definitely always proclaim that you are sovereign. Okay, I am a sovereign being. I am autonomous and I am free. Trust me on that. These vegans, rather, have done that. They know that they are sovereign. As their name suggests, they are vegans and only eat organic raw plant life. They consider the consumption of dead animals to be foul crime against nature. Most vegan beings are humanoid, though some hybrid vegan beings have genetic characteristics of nearby ETs. So card meaning is retreat, neutral, solitude, self-directed, sovereign, independent, resourceful, privacy, peace, apolitical, and family. So if you've been considering eating more healthily as a way to improve yourself, it is shown that, it helps you to raise your vibration, to eat, fresh fruits and vegetables, and making that a primary source of your nutrition. And in this case, it's being shown that, it really helps you to shift realities more toward this loving union here. Move these over. We can't deny that just the pictures alone tell a story that by being a vegan, and I'm not saying stop eating animal meat, but I'm saying it could mean that if you're considering it already, or just eating healthier and embodying some of these traits here, being more in tune with nature, more at peace, going within, more self-directed, more neutral when it comes to the world and its negative triggers and negative stimulation. By becoming more zen and things and more healthy, you are drawing yourself into your vortex of good things, including this love relationship, this union that is represented by the Nagas, okay? Interesting. So if you find yourself going through a quiet patch in your life, or if you find yourself really being drawn to being alone or engaging in any sort of meditative practices or really being guarding of your privacy, this is because in doing so, you are aligning yourself with the energies that you need to align yourself to achieve your desires, basically. Okay, it's very interesting. So we're going to take these off the board, and I'm glad I used these cards because I'm getting to know them better. They're their own little beings over here, and I feel like they told an interesting and applicable story for us. So we're going to get my Art Deco Tarot cards out in a moment here and pull some cards. Okay. Excuse me. Give me a sec. Okay. So as I typically like to do on my channel, I'm going to pull 5 cards for a love reading for you guys. 1 card representing the collective, and then a card representing your love interest if you have one, or the love interest that you're aligning with. And we will see, what comes out. Got the Ace of Cups. Nice. And the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Okay. We've also got underneath that the 3 of Pentacles, and we've got another ace underneath that. We've got the 6 of Wands underneath that. Oh, wow. We've got a whole story being told here. So we've got the Ace of Cups, got the Wheel of Fortune, we've got the 3 of Pentacles. An emotional new beginning that is fated or destined to be. A new beginning that is a change. It's a turn in a positive direction. It's a positive change. And also it has to do with a relationship. So some of you might have met someone, will be meeting someone, or you're coming back around to someone. But if so, it's not through your own physical actions in the 3D, but it's due to destiny or fate. I do that in quotes because if you're a conscious manifester, you know what destiny and fate actually is. Everything stems from your own thought and inner state. But this is similar to this card, right? How it's a spiral and it goes round and round. So this could involve a child, because we have a child on this card. She's a little girl. And then we've got the Ace of Cups represents a little girl as well. But those are just asides. General reading for lots of different people. So just take the messages that fit you and ignore the ones that don't. But that's there as well. Main thing is an emotional new beginning that is fated to happen. with regard to a relationship. The relationship could have something to do with business or work, but doesn't have to. If we're going to continue like the cards as they're trying to come out of the deck and put the Ace of Wands here, we've got passionate new beginning, the dominant one. So that could be your boss or someone in a position of power. There could be some sort of power differential between the two of you. And so maybe we're talking about a difference in class, a difference in money, position. Take it how it resonates. Then we've got the Six of Wands, or I'm sorry, the Six of Swords. The Two of Wands. And the Lovers. The Lovers is reflecting the Nagas. So we got some we've got some Reptoid love showing up in the reading. Just kidding, sort of. Lovers is a very beautiful card. I love the Lovers card. And what better card to come out in a love reading? So the Six of Wands here is talking about moving to a better place. So there could be an actual move taking place, and if so, it is moving to a better place. It's leaving behind, you know, the tough times, and things are getting better. The Two of Wands is about moving toward security. So a secure future is here, because the Two of Wands represents somebody that's in a position to invest further. And in order to be in a position to invest further, that means you have to have something in the first place. I'm getting and seeing world travel. This could be long distance, but it feels more like you're going to travel with this person. Some of you may be going on a cruise ship. And this is for sure a partnership, a romantic relationship. You're for sure going to be in a couple with this person. If you came to this reading and had somebody on your mind, this is saying you're going to be in a couple with this person. If you have no one on your mind, it's saying the same thing. You're going to have a relationship, a romantic relationship with someone very special, because the Lovers card is a heavy hitter in the romance department. It talks about divine love and soulmates. It talks about masculine and feminine coming together. It's very beautiful. I'm actually getting, like with this energy here, how it's intertwined. It's similar to how we always talk about masculine and feminine energies being intertwined, or two sides to the same coin. I may have to link that video of Maxim Trimakovsky from Dancing with the Stars back in the day, and it was Maxim. He's a dancer on that show, or was a dancer on that show, and he did this dance with Meryl something. And anyways, it's a beautiful display of masculine and feminine coming together, well matched, well suited, and just like an intertwining of bodies and energies and flow. And it really is kind of what I'm feeling from this reading. So regardless of, you know, who you're here for or who you're interested in, we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. And this is talking about a harmonious relationship between those two energies. If it hasn't been that way before, it's going to be that way in the future going forward. So let's see. Just give me a moment. It's like fate brought you into each other's path, and it really sparked something within you. That maybe how you know who this person is that it lights a flame within you, a flame of passion and desire, not just necessarily in a physical romantic sense, although that's definitely there, but in other senses as well. It's like it lights your fire. It's like that scene in Wizard of Oz when the picture goes from being black and white to being color. This person brings color into your life. They take you away from all the bullshit. I got just some movie quote that went through my head, but I don't remember the rest of it. But some of you, it could be an interracial relationship. Doesn't have to be. But if somebody's having some sort of ups and downs, or there's been struggles like ups and downs, and also they have different skin tones here on this card as well. But if there are different ups and downs, somebody might need to be reminded, or yeah, that it just matters what happens between a man and a woman. Like, I'm going to say man and woman, apply the pronouns that fit, because we've got, I mean, it's just for simplicity's sake, but we do have a man and a woman literally on the card, and it's what happens between a man and a woman, what happens between two people who have chemistry, who love each other, who are into each other. It's just a natural thing that happens. It feels natural. It's just what happens. And if you find someone with whom you have that, and it works, and it's not, you know, shallow, but it's substantial. It's something where the people who come together both bring, you know, something to the table that complements the other one. And in that way it works, and you can build together, which is what the Three of Pentacles is about, building together. When you have that, it's like, to hell with, you know, anything else. It's like, to hell with the stress, to hell with the worries, the illusions, the fears. It's all about then just investing, and then having the faith that what you've invested in is going to work out, is going to play out. And there is a learning curve associated with it, but the outcome is love and lovingness. And it might not be easy all the time, and this person might not be the easiest person, but they're going to make you happy. So let's see. Just going to get a few more cards on this. We've got the Six of Pentacles. And I may do the astrological signs in a moment here. Excuse me. Oh, that one's trying to come out. We've got the Four of Swords. And we've got the Page of Pentacles. So some earth sign energy as well. We've got the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this is talking about giving and receiving equally. Is a secure way that you can move forward and have stability and security in the situation. Okay? There might be some illusions with the Seven of Cups underneath that, so to just go ahead and continue with the trend of pulling from the bottom of the deck as it resonates. There might be some illusions about that. And remember, I said a moment ago not to let like worries or concerns interfere with coming together to the extent that you can help it, right? Because I'm reading for you and not your person of interest. Like keeping those kind of illusions in check. I am a fan of positive illusions in Delulu because I understand manifestation, and it means focusing on what you want to experience it and feel it real. But if you're with the Seven of Cups, it can be talking about things that surprise or frighten you even. So you want to keep that to a minimum. But also you can expect, regardless of how positively you're seeing the situation, even if you're seeing it through rose-colored glasses or someone's seeing it through rose-colored glasses, the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is pretty bright. She's no dummy. And she realizes that The world is a reflection of what you put into it, of your actions. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles here, so it's reminding you of that. So at some point in the future, maybe you'll need that reminder, or your person will, but that's coming out for someone. You might be surprised at the amount of work that love and romance can take. With this Page of Cups being here, again, there's some sort of child energy. Somebody might be surprised at the amount of work it is to raise a child, have a child, or whatever the case may be a step parent or a parent. But the bottom line with it is the Sun, followed by the Star, saying that love and romance is not only a lot of work, but with diligence and focus and really applying yourself to it, then you get to experience, the full beauty and the full glory of that. All of the fun, all of the warmth, all of the pleasure, all of the goodness and the wholesomeness of that loving experience. So if you are dealing with someone who is a little bit on the cold side, I'm feeling like our fabulous King of Swords, who likes to come out on this channel for some reason, have no idea why, just that I have a consistent viewership. So you guys are aligned with someone who is kind of hard to win over, or is a more stern, tough energy, whether they're that way toward you or not. That's always how they show up. They could be strong air sign energy or have that strongly in their chart. This person may be a very hard and diligent worker, but whatever they choose to apply themselves to, they're going to go in 1,000% and really apply themselves to it. That might look a bit different than what you expect, but it might be just what you expect. Like, you get what you focus on. It's just a matter of those of you who can really focus your energies and control your minds and be a bit more flexible and not so closed-minded about life, love, and what you get to have in life. Those who can, because you have a lot of strong ideas. Some of you watching are even air sign energy yourselves, regardless of your sign, and you have a lot of strong ideas. But if you let those ideas get away from you or blind you to other ways of experiencing life or doing things or looking at things, then that's going to shoot you in the foot. That's going to do you more harm than good. You can use that intensity to really create what you want, in which case it's a lot of love, it's a lot of romance. It's going out to dinner with your sweetheart, it's going to nice restaurants, it's being gifted with flowers and chocolates, it's making love and moonlight kisses, moonlight dances in the garden, in the backyard. Just, it's all kinds of nice sensual experiences. So, don't be afraid of your thoughts. Don't be too defensive. Take charge of those things. Like, you can move forward toward your twin flame, your soulmate, regardless if there's been an ending, regardless if there's been a lot of tension, if things have been handled in a hasty manner, or people are behaving cold toward one another. There's changes here. And even if it's been so long and you feel like, you've really become somebody that has turned their pain into power, but deep down you still feel sad about it, and you're still focusing on what went wrong in your love life or with this person, if you know them, even if that is your situation, you can apply yourself to this and experience a new beginning. And it's a glorious new beginning at that, with all your hopes coming true, your dreams coming true. So make sure you know what you're wishing for and what you're dreaming about. Like, be careful of what you wish for, because you're going to get it with the Star. Okay? There is light at the end of the tunnel. You are a star. There's something about you guys, like you are healers, you're down to earth, you help others. You're spiritually inclined, perhaps even psychic intuitive, or just very good at feeling and empathizing with others, helping other people. Like you're a beacon that other people can look at to feel better, look at for leadership. And you are this way for this person, and this love is this way. And I feel that other people will look to this love as an example as well of what can be accomplished between two people when they dedicate and devote themselves to one another. Also getting there being like a lot of passion, busyness. Your partner could like to work a lot, need to work a lot. You could as well. But they're always going to make time for you. They're going to prioritize you. And I think some of you worry that maybe they never will prioritize you. But I'm saying that they will. So let's get an outcome card, the big message from Spirit that Spirit wants the viewers to know. And then we'll get some messages from this person. And if you like the reading, please hit that like button and subscribe. It does help the channel and help others to find the reading, those other people that can benefit from it as well. If it's not resonating, or if it resonates vice versa, keep in mind the energies can be interchangeable. So just apply it how it resonates. I'm reading for a lot of different people. So anyway, Four of Wands popped out, and then Ace of Swords. So that's where we're getting that. Wow. And the Two of Cups. I was getting that Swords energy. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus potentially. What are my air signs in Eastern astrology or in Chinese astrology? Let me think. Well, I haven't even asked myself that question in a long time. I don't even know. Believe. Oh, wow. That's something I would have known off the top of my head in the past, but it must not be important since I can't recall right away. But in good company I win, being the wife. So it looks like there are other people that affect this relationship. This relationship that's coming in for you or that you're dealing with right now. It doesn't feel like bad company. You just might have people in common. Okay? And through that, looks like there's some sort of a breakthrough. But even if it's not necessarily related to other people, there is some sort of victory, some sort of aha moment here. Some sort of revelation. And following that is the Two of Cups, which is a card of coming together, a card of romance. It's the honeymoon phase. It doesn't say that everything is completely perfect. Just remember, my conscious manifestors, that when you're manifesting the version of your ideal person into your life, that you're manifesting that person is a whole, happy and complete, healthy person themselves. Because really right now what I'm seeing is just the viewers getting what they want, like 1000%. But even if you kind of, I mean, I don't see it being a bad thing. It just feels like your energy is very dominant. You might run over the toes of some people who are around the situation, but generally I'm seeing you guys being supported and your relationship being supported by your community. Which is a lot to be said with that Four of Wands, but that's what it's saying. It's a lot to be said for any reading though, because a lot of times there is conflict, and I'm not saying there's not going to be any conflict here, but no conflict that you should be especially concerned about regarding, you know, other people. Four of Wands is a beautiful card because, as you can see, This is a card representing a couple that have been together for 30, 40 years. They started out when they were young and beautiful. And then this is them when they're elderly. Now it's symbolic, okay? But it also is applicable. Because a lot of times when we think of the Four of Wands, we think of the twin flame soulmate union. We think of coming together and celebrating, like a housewarming party, living together, marriage. Okay, we've got the Two of Cups here, which is the card of honeymoon. So likely this is somebody you're going to marry. But the Four of Wands and the outcome is saying, you know, there is a surprise in store for you. Like everything isn't all planned out. And the Ace of Swords can be kind of a surprise because it's an aha moment. So sometimes an aha moment is a surprise. When you realize something, then you're like, wow, okay, I see now. You know, it's where you realize something. So we got a happy surprise, but it looks like it's going to be fun. It's going to be a relationship. Going steady, being claimed, you claiming somebody. You know, it's a really sweet little card. I think you are manifesting, or your person's manifesting you, and they have a certain way that they want it to go. And it's going to go that way, but it's going to be even better than expected. Okay? At the very least, it's going to be a happy union. So this is really, I mean, and especially with these two cards coming out together, the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups, this is fantastic. This is really beautiful. Because this definitely just, you know, solidifies what I said a moment ago. It solidifies the fact that this is going to be a committed relationship. Okay? Commitment is definitely going to be on the table here between the two of you. And it doesn't matter what level you are, because some of you, this is a new relationship, or this person or you both will show up as completely new versions of yourself. Let me just say, though, that you cannot manifest a new version of someone if you are the same old version. So you have to look at your self-concept and work on that. But with these aces here, it is saying that this feels very new and very fresh. So regardless of if you're at the first early stages of a relationship with someone or not, this is increased commitment going forward, becoming exclusive. Like I said, being claimed. It is falling in love, okay? It's a very excellent sign in a romantic reading. It's really, really good. Really good. And then with the Sun here, can we just give credit to the fantastic cards that have shown up? And the next card in line is the Queen of Cups. So, I mean, it just keeps going. And you saw me pull them on camera, though I don't need to justify myself. You know, people that don't know any better or newbies might question this or that. But no need to, because it's all right here. We've got the Two of Cups, the Four of Wands. We've got the Sun. We've got the Star. The Star, you guys. We got the Star. Got the Page of Cups. That's about, you know, holding onto your hat because it's going to get really romantic really soon. It's about mushy text messages and staying up all night talking on the phone, not being able to get enough of each other. It's about a lot of romance. Eight of Pentacles is an underrated card with regard to romance readings, but it's really an awesome card that most people are missing in their lives when they come to me for a reading. This is, you know, what's missing, and that is the sense that their partner is really working toward the same thing that they're working toward. And that is a partner that is showing up and applying themselves and being devoted to the relationship. The Eight of Pentacles is saying that, yes, this person is showing up to the relationship. They're applying themselves to it. They're going to be putting in the work on the relationship with devotion and studiousness. The Seven of Cups and the Four of Swords, that to me just symbolizes somebody who is lying in bed or meditating in their chair, visualizing the romantic outcomes that they want. But just keep in mind that, you know, there will be some effort required, or maybe include in your visualization visualizations that this person is going to be very dedicated to you. You don't just want to manifest back in, you know, a Page of Cups, who's very romantic, right? And very sweet and makes those gestures, but maybe doesn't have, you know, the other part to their personality that would help make the relationship more secure, and that is total devotion, loyalty, and dedication. So make sure you're manifesting that in as well. We've got the Page of Pentacles, which talks about somebody that is, you know, sweet, charming, certainly looks good on paper, okay? But usually you want to see with this energy how it plays out in the character of that person, because sometimes the Page of Pentacles can be a bit fickle. But I'm not even really concerned about that. I'm just covering my bases. I'm not concerned because we've got the Lovers here. Hello. We've got, okay. All right. I'm going to show you guys all of this in a minute. We've got the Two of Wands. It's about looking forward to investing in something. Somebody could be watching you, you watching them. Okay. Being aware of each other. It's also this energy of planning for the future. So planning to make an offer, to contact, to offer a solid offer, okay? To come forward, give some sort of a gift, but to do something, right? The Six of Pentacles is about equal give and take, an equal exchange of energy. And if you would like to do an equal exchange of energy by donating to my channel, those links are down below. You can donate through Venmo and Cash App. And thank you so, so much to those of you who have already done that and who continue to do that. It does keep me coming back to do the readings, helps to support the channel. I can't overstate how important that is. And thank you for that. But this is a card of equal give and take. The Six of Swords is about leaving the past behind, leaving all baggage behind and just moving into the future, into a better place, just leaving it all behind. Three of Wands is about putting in the effort and then watching your ships come in, right? Watching all those wonderful packages from Amazon come in and pile up on your porch, like all your little fun treats and things that you ordered from Amazon, just as an example. Yay, it's coming in. I see the truck. It's rolling down the street. It's on its way. I'm not even worried about it. I have an expectation that it's going to show up because I know that I did what I needed to do for that to happen, okay? And that is... yeah, very good. I like that a lot. And then we've got the Ace of Wands. I mean, the aces are kind of like the sun in the sense that they basically improve the energy of any cards that are around them, especially negative cards, but you don't even have any negative cards in your reading, guys. Because the Three of Pentacles, it's about a relationship, people putting in the effort. It does have some other meanings that aren't applicable, so I'm not even going to put them out there. If this reading is too positive for you, I'm sorry that you're not resonating with something positive. You might want to look at that. But I'm not going to salt coat it for anybody. I'm going to say it how I see it. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, very positive energy as well. Talking about a turn for the better. Things go up and down. There are ups and downs in life. But this is saying like something is moving forward in a fantastic way. Something is fated to happen or destined to happen in a positive way, a change for the better. We started off with the Ace of Cups. It's divine love, emotional new beginning. It's a heart opening. It's like all the feels, okay? It's all the feels. It's about feeling lucky. It's about feeling like the universe is on your side. The best way to get the universe on your side is to feel that way. So some of you guys are actually doing that. So I wanted to show, like, I think I've made my point. Have I made my point, you guys? Those who know anything about tarot, we've got the Four of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, the Star, the Ace of Swords, the Two of Cups. Did I say Two of Cups? Ace of Wands, the Sun. Those are the heavy hitters. And then we've got some of these other ones that, like the Page of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, putting in the work. The Two of Wands, but we've also got a progression that goes from the Two of Wands, planning stages, to the Three of Wands, receiving. We've got people working together. We've got people moving forward together. We've got people giving to each other. We've got offers being made. We've got love, okay? We've got fantasies. We've got healing. You guys have got it all. Okay, you just got it all. You got it all. So let's get you some cards, or rather, oh, did I want to do the astrological signs? I can do that real quick here. So we got the water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We've got Wheel of Fortune, that's Pisces and Sagittarius. We've got the Ace of Swords, that's all the air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. We've got the Two of Cups, again, that's water sign energy. And it's Venus in Cancer. The actual name of this card is Love. We've got the Star. I'm hearing 8 life path. Yes, 8 life path, but also it is Aquarius. We've got the Lovers, which is strong Gemini energy, because two sides of the same coin, both masculine and feminine energy. I do need to link that dance routine down below, because I feel like that's this energy of this reading in a sense. It's like it's really about coming together in a lovely sort of way, but it's also this, whoever I'm reading for, you guys are tough, you guys are strong, you know, it's not all mushy gushy, it's about being well matched as well. And I feel like those two dancers were very well matched. Then we've got the Four of Wands, which is Venus in Aries, and that is the card of abundance. We've got the Three of Wands. I just realized there's a progression here. We've got the Four of Wands, Two of Wands, Three of Wands. So the Two of Wands is Mars in Aries, dominion, dominating the situation. You could, again, that's that dominant energy, that Maxim Chermakovsky, or however you say his name, very dominant. Oh, you guys, I came upon that video recently, and I'm just like, wow, this man, I mean, his pheromones are just coming off the screen. I'm sorry, that is pure masculine, divine masculine energy. At least, I don't know who he is off the screen or whatever, but while he's dancing, he exudes the epitome of divine masculine, raw masculine energy. And that's that dominion energy. We've got the Three of Wands, got Sun in Aries, established strength. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. That's your earth sign energy. Your earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Especially, Sun in Virgo. So material prudence. So this is not a wasteful person. This is somebody that they don't just give to everybody. They're selective, okay? We've got the Page of Cups, which for me is Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. We've got the Sun, which is Leo energy. Got the Ace of Wands, all the fire signs again, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. We've got the Three of Pentacles. And that's your earth sign energy again. Mars and Capricorn, material work. So you guys could have a business together or just work well together, whether it's working around the house together because you're going to live with this person, because you're going to probably marry this person. At the very least, you're going to be committed to this person. We have the Six of Swords. Mercury in Aquarius, earned success. So you're going to have earned the success, like both of you have. Maybe it's through like your karma, past life, shifting realities from one to the other, paying off karmic debts, whatever like your belief systems dictate to you has to happen, whatever. They're all just permission slips. But the bottom line is you guys have earned this when you go on your trips and things like that, and just getting unstuck or moving forward in this positive direction is something that you have earned. Like you have earned it, and whether you needed to or not, you did. That's what the card is saying. You've got this coming to you. It's your good karma. We've got the Six of Pentacles, more earth sign energy. That's material success. You're going to be doing well financially as well. That is Taurus energy, I want to say. Yeah, Moon in Taurus. We've got, so this is somebody that enjoys giving gifts. Somebody here is going to, you guys are going to enjoy giving each other gifts, whether that's your primary love language or not. For some reason, you guys are just going to enjoy giving each other gifts, material gifts. You know, could be doing things for each other as well, like cooking for one another, things that you would associate with Taurus and comfort foods and stuff like that. But I feel like it's actual, like giving gifts of, like, because you guys like to do that, and you can do that. You can afford to do that. You're going to be pretty, sitting pretty with the situation. With the Page of Pentacles, it's just mostly earth sign energy. We got the Four of Swords, more air sign energy, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, Seven of Cups is water sign energy. This is Jupiter in Libra, getting rest. And it looks like you guys are going to need the rest because there's a lot going on here. You've earned this, or that's just going to be something that you guys do. And Venus in Scorpio, illusory success. I feel like you have had successes in the past. It just didn't turn out to be what you had wanted them to be. Vice versa for your person. They could have had success in love or in life in the past, and then it just didn't turn out to be all that was cracked up to be. And if that's happened in this relationship or before you meet this person, you could be in this energy, one or both of you, still healing from that disappointment. But like I said, for some of you, it's just a matter of you, I'm not going to say have realistic expectations. I'm going to say make sure that you sort of just cover all your bases with regard to how you want this relationship to go. Blanket affirmations can be used for this. You don't have to like chart out every detail of this person's personality, your personality, the relationship, all that crap. I'm sorry, all that stuff. Okay. Because after a while, it's just a matter of you saying, you know, this is my ideal partner and our ideal relationship, and it works for us both, right? So whatever that means for you, just letting you know that focus on the positive things that you want to experience, not the drama or the negative things. I know that, you know, it's fun. It's fun to, even with watching readings, watching the ones that are juicier and like more dramatic and more like a story or a drama that you might see on TV. But a lot of the things that they broadcast, unfortunately, are things that are meant to lower your vibration for purposes that don't serve you. So it serves someone, it's just not you. So just keep that in mind. You know, it's okay to have fun and to experience those things once in a while, but, you know, don't think that things need to be harder than they need to be, or that it's not real love if it's not dramatic or painful in some way. Even if you don't consciously think that, like, I could say that and someone could say, oh, well, of course not. You know, what are you talking about? Subconsciously, all we can do is look at your past history and your love life up to this point, and that will show us, you know, what your subconscious beliefs are that you're holding. So you want to make sure that you're careful with that. Just focus on what you want to experience. Really meditate on and allow yourself to visualize those things that you want to experience, okay? Versus, so this is a way to get your relationship unstuck and just to get you what you want, which a lot of you, it's to get you a husband, to get you contact, to get you good news. Some of you want to have a family, want to have a child, or just want to win in this situation, want to put an end to your suffering, really want to know that it's going to be okay, and really stand in your power and have something that's worth standing up for, and having people that, you know, are willing to stand up for you in love or in life in general, and have faith in you, and just have a reason, like a safety net of somebody like you that's going to have your back and be there for you, someone that's worth taking a leap of faith on and who will do the same for you. So those are all things that, you know, are important for you to focus on. So let's get some, some hair here. Let's get some messages, and I just want to get these cards. I'm going to use these cards too. I've talked a really long time, and I'm going to wrap up the reading shortly. But I really loved that reading, and I intend that it helped whoever it needed to help. That there were messages here for most of you, and all of that good stuff, okay? Manifesting the one. Very soon your true love will arrive. They're on their way, guys. Or as Neville Goddard would say, they're already here. What are you talking about? They're on their way. They're here. They're in the other room right now. Use your delusion, folks. It's a thing. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you're behind. We've got magnetism. There's gravitational pull to each other. You're both feeling one another. You're both being attracted to one another. You're shifting into a parallel reality where the two of you are actually together. It's no longer just kind of like a childhood fantasy or dream to have a loving relationship, but instead you're materializing one another. Oh, this is falling out. We've got responsibilities, romance interrupted, duties come first. Okay. So maybe some of you need to affirm or say affirmations that you are this person's number one priority. There is a universe in which you can be this person's number one priority where it does no harm to anyone. So I'm just putting that out there. It's okay to affirm for that, but some of you might resonate with this, that the romance was maybe interrupted, and that if so, that was due to some sort of responsibilities. But at the bottom of the deck, we've got you complete each other in a harmonious way. You're the perfect match for one another when it boils down to it. The responsibilities could have had something to do with material attachment, too much focus on visible trappings. Somebody could have been too materialistic, focused on work and money, or their family was that way, or that's just something that happened. Like, you know, circumstances got in the way. But, you know, as all of the law of attraction, law of assumption coaches will rightly remind you, circumstances don't matter. Okay? The only thing that matters is your vibe. Your vibe creates your tribe. It magnetizes what you want and who you want to you, okay? So get that in there. I realize I'm talking more and more like a manifestation coach, but that's not my intention. I'm just telling you, you know, what I'm experiencing, what's coming through organically. So I feel that you're ready to know that. If you're here listening to this reading, then you're definitely ready to know that. So, or I'm planting seeds. So even if you're not ready to know that, because I know a while back some people were not ready to know that, and I could not have cared less. But even if you're not, I'm still planting seeds, and I planted seeds in those people's minds as well. So even if they deny it and they're thinking, well, you know, I'm going to tell you a secret. Sometimes readers don't want you to know about the law of assumption and that you are God of your reality and your thoughts create, because then that takes some of their power away. And you're not going to be as likely to watch their channel or pay for their readings to come to them to tell you things, because you're going to realize, you know, that you're creating it yourself anyway. But here's the thing. There is still a place for tarot and divination, even understanding that. It's just that you become more empowered in your attitude and in your approach to it. But they don't want you to know. They want to be the ones that hold all the cards, so to speak. And so, yeah, a little bit of wisdom there. I'm writing a book, by the way, guys, where I'm going to spill all the beans about what I really think about, you know, just the tarot community, the things I've learned, my experiences, my insights, and things like that. It's not going to be a salacious tell-all by any means, but it is going to be really honest, just as I tend to be. So I'll let you know and keep you updated on that. It's got a ways to go. It's no easy task writing a book. This is what flew out. We've got that King of Swords energy that I talked about earlier. I appreciate how well we connect intellectually and that we keep focused and proper when it's called for. So it is like there was some realm in which the two of you have or will need to behave yourself, is what I'm hearing, especially because the magnetism and the chemistry is going to be so strong that it would be easy to just kind of like get carried away when maybe it's not the most appropriate time to do that. But it's that same magnetism that's attracting each other into each other's lives. Maybe if you resonated with being coworkers or like being together in an environment like a work environment or something like that, or some other situation where you needed to kind of watch your behavior, then that will make even more sense for you, that this person appreciates that you still stay connected, but you still behave yourselves like when it's called for. Then we've got, don't worry about me, I can bear my own burdens plus yours too. So this person can bear their own burdens plus yours too, so don't worry about them. This is a strongman vibe here. We've got the King of Swords and the Ten of Wands energy. King of Swords is Gemini and Taurus, I believe. Gemini and Taurus. And the Ten of Wands is Saturn and Sagittarius, oppression. So this person might be the type that just takes on way too much and they don't ask for help when they should. But I think you're both really tough and strong. And then we did see the Six of Pentacles, which talks about equal give and take. So being equal partners in the situation and being a perfect match for one another. So maybe this person would not like show their vulnerable side or allow themselves to ask for help from other people usually, or vice versa. You could be that way, but with one another, you're going to be able to do that. But the attitude here is just that I'm a very strong person, and no matter what happens or what life throws at me, you know, I can handle it, so don't worry about it, kind of thing. Then we got a winky face. They're flirting with you here. They're going to take loving you and keeping the romance alive in the relationship as as their full-time job, as a serious responsibility for themselves and for you. And so they're going to really consider it their responsibility to keep things flirtatious, to keep things romantic, and to keep things good between the two of you. Because with this more star energy coming out, I couldn't dream of a better partner for me than you. You're the world to me. Okay? We've got more Page of Cups energy. You're so cute. I find myself getting shy around you. Oh, and what you did for me was very sweet. So whatever you do for each other, remember when I said there'll be gift giving, gift exchange, even if that's not your primary love language, it will be with this person or vice versa. They're going to think that, what you do for them is very sweet, or you're going to be saying that to this person. You could be getting shy around each other as well, finding each other very cute and everything too. And then this card came out too. It's the Sun energy, and we got the Sun already. So these are repeating cards that just put more of an emphasis on that card's energy when they repeat. It says, to be honest, I like being the center of attention a lot and can be demanding when I don't get it. So there is that kind of King of Swords sternness energy to this person. There is that feeling that this person, they can be tough at times, and that's one of the ways in which they can be tough. Like they're going to want a lot of your attention, and they want to be the center of attention as well. So I don't know how you feel about that, but I think you guys should take turns being the center of attention. But sometimes, you complement each other well. So one person is more outgoing than the other. I think you're both very magnetic people. So maybe you're going to have to take turns being in the limelight or in the spotlight. That will be something that you might need to figure out. However, with the Moon energy here, I feel like you intuitively know how I feel better than I do. Your psychic skills fascinate me. You're going to be able to read this person's energy. You're going to be able to understand them in a way that really impresses or fascinates them, as it says. And this person might not be normally very easy for others to read, but intuitively and psychically, you're going to be so connected to one another that you're really going to understand this person on a level much deeper than anyone has ever understood them before. We've got Strength energy, Leo energy. I'm holding my composure and staying cool and calm. I prefer to not allow my emotions to get the best of me. Okay? So more 8 life path energy here. But you're this person's dream partner. This person might wink at you and do things like that. They're still going to have a lot of responsibilities to attend to. Sometimes maybe they're not always wearing their heart on their sleeve or showing you how they really feel, but you're going to bring it out in them anyway. But I just think that's what's coming through. Another clue as to who this person is. Someone that knows how to hold their own. But your energy gives me life. Maybe this starts off as a sexual relationship, but you never know, it could grow. Well, yes, it's definitely going to grow. This person's going to be extremely attracted to you. They can see you guys growing old together. You already feel so familiar to them. So right off the bat from early on, you're going to feel so familiar to this person. We've got the Knight of Pentacles energy. Yes, I'm slow to make a move, but once I do, I'm the most loyal and solid partner. Trust me, I'm worth it. So it could be, this person is worth it. Knight of Pentacles is an excellent partner. Knight of Pentacles is going somewhere. He's slow and steady. He's the grown-ass man or the grown-ass woman. Like, this is someone that your heart is safe with them. And they're just a rock-solid person. So that's all good coming through. All right, so let me put these cards to the side. And I think I wanted to do, didn't I say I was going to do, numerology for you guys? I think I've run out of time, really. But, what is a card that, okay, let's see. Just based on off of these cards, we've got 8 twice. Knight of Pentacles doesn't have a number associated. We've got 18, which reduces to 9. We've got 19, which reduces to 1. We've got 10, which reduces to 1. We've got 10 again, reduces to 1. We've got 1. We've got Page of Cups and King of Swords. So what is the number that is the most predominant here? I think it's number 1, isn't it? Probably. It looks like it's number 1. Well, we've got 8, 8, 8, because if you just going off of the numbers, okay, we got 8 here. This reduces to 8. That's 8. So 3 8s. So we've just got 3 8s. Then of the ones, we've got, there's a 1 here, there's a 1 here, there's a 1 there. Oh yeah, 1's taking it for sure. 9 is like in last place. Okay, so we're going to read for those who were born on the 1st of the month, or the 10th of a month. Or if you do numerology, Google numerology calculator, punch in your birth date and see if your life path or your heart's desire, or your personality number, or any of your numbers is a 1, because if so, then what I'm about to read is going to apply to you. Also, just if 1 is an energy, like you're always seeing 111 or anything like this, it's also the number of coming into union as well. So, yeah, keep that in mind so you can continue to watch if you want to learn. I just want to see what comes out for you guys. So, whipping out my book. Oh, are we talking about the one man or the one woman? It breaks it down even further. Oh, shoot. I might be here all day. Okay. I'm not going to read all of this, you guys. I'm sorry. We've got the one man and the one woman. Okay. Okay, so we'll just read the first. Okay, so you guys can look for this book if you're really interested. It's called Birthday Numerology by Dusty Bunker and Victoria Knowles. So, okay, for the one women out there, those who have 1 strong in their charts, the one woman is, above all, noticed. Whether she's embroiled in the business world or the domestic scene, she's the one in front, pounding the gavel on the long mahogany table in exasperation at the snail's pace of her less fortunate colleagues are standing across a rocky hilltop, waving her exhausted brownie troop onward and upward. That sounds like me. No patience. Anyway, chop. Let's get it done. Anyway, any flies on her will need seatbelts and race driver's mentality. Oh my goodness. Okay. Any flies on her will need seatbelts and a race driver's mentality. She's quick, active, and pioneering. And heaven help the male who thinks she will flutter her baby blues or browns at him in helpless posture, waiting for him to dash to her rescue, whisking her off the tracks before an onrushing train, then capturing the black mustached foreclosure of her family home. So basically, she doesn't need to be rescued. And what did I mention earlier like an hour ago at the start of this reading? The movie Damsel. Okay? She's not a damsel in distress. All by herself, she will burst the ropes, leap off the tracks, and lasso and hogtie the evil banker with a piece of his own rope. She can outrun, outdrive, outthink, and out anything any male, or will die trying. To say she's competitive would be an understatement. There is no competition. She's the best. The hapless male who dates a one woman and thinks he is going to drive his own car will discover that he has greatly misjudged the quote-unquote weaker sex. There is no coyness or subtlety. As they approach his car, she simply states that she loves to drive. As he walks around to the passenger side to open her door, she gets into the driver's seat with a "thanks for letting me drive." He doesn't know her well enough yet so he silently gets into the passenger seat thinking he will straighten it all out later. That's his first mistake. She drives like a kamikaze pilot, and he learns early on to take his tranquilizers. Oh my God. I don't want to make it all about me, you guys. But any reader's lying if they say that the readings that they do for their channel never ever shows any reflection of themselves. And this is one of those times when I'm getting a reflection of myself. Being about 19, 20 years old, in my first car, which was a little pink berry colored convertible. And in the passenger seat was my boyfriend was in the passenger seat. We had just started dating, and I swear to God, he looked so panicked. It was so funny. He's grabbing the sides of the car, like gripping the door and everything. And I literally, like, verbally was like, whoa. So anyways, yeah, 1 is my personality number. It's not my life path, it's my personality number, which means that my birthday reduces to 1. So if your birthday reduces to 1, or you just resonate with the number 1, your life path is 1. This is about you. Okay, so positions of power attract her. Indeed, they are almost a necessity. Okay, so let me just kind of skim through here, because like I said, it's really long. But it's basically, I think you get the gist kind of what this kind of a person is, whether this is talking about you or your person of interest. Here it says, okay, this might be interesting for somebody. Okay, because some of you might not, I don't know. There's more to this one energy than what has just been spoken. So there is a one woman who may fool you by her quiet, withdrawn demeanor. Actually, she's not shy or insecure. She's just not interested in what is going on around her in the present environment. She prefers her own thoughts and her own company, or at most, the select company of one or two others to a cast of thousands. Her fiery energy is then concentrated on mentally conquering of a new world. She may silently formulate the latest law of physics or outline next year's smash Broadway play while you're trying to impress her with the family jewels. Forget it. She's not interested in what your family did or what they passed on to you. She'll be more impressed by what you're doing now, if it's gauged by revolutions per minute, and where you are going if it's to the top. Don't spin your wheels, however. She's only interested in action. Okay, so yeah. What else? Okay. So if you're here for a one man, let's skip ahead to that. I think you guys get the gist. And the kind of the way that this is written, it's kind of, it's not my usual, like, I guess that's indicative of the fact that I'm a one personality, because I'm like, even just the way it's written, it's kind of like up and down and everything, kind of like, I don't know, the style is a little different for me. And I prefer just like to get to the point. But some of you are here for a man, so we'll go ahead and look at that. Take a deep breath because you'll need it. Your one man will leave you gasping. He's a combination of superhero, super lover, and super ego. Whether he's leading an archaeological dig in Mesopotamia or training wild Bengal tigers for Barnum and Bailey's, he leaves no doubt as to who is in charge. His driving energy propels him to the position of leadership early in life, and his courage and personal faith in himself carry him quickly past his darker moments. And this does sound like that strong masculine energy that I was picking up on that I talked about earlier in the reading. So part of his prosperity, if that is what he chooses, is due to his high intelligence, and another part to his hard work. When he's dedicated to a task, he's inexhaustible and totally inspired. His movement is jet propelled, and he leaves a trail of stardust in his wake. Rub it out of your eyes, because if you want to survive your one-man experience, you must have no illusions about who he is, where he's headed, and what he wants. First, he's number one. As long as you acknowledge that up front, didn't we see in one of the cards it said that I really like to be the center of attention and I get moody if I'm not the center of attention? And that goes along with this. So regardless of your person's numbers, like, this is still coming through because it applies to the reading. As long as you acknowledge that up front, you'll be in good graces. With some men, groveling is required, but with your one man, respectful kowtowing should be sufficient as long as you keep your eyes lowered in deference. See? All right, I'm not going to dissect that. But anyway, remember, he's the type who wants his name in the Guinness Book of World Records. You'll find a copy in his apartment, and he enjoys parties where people know who he is rather than just know him. So this is kind of like the tarot, in that tarot speaks in big symbolism to make its point. Yes, this is that energy of a one, because I have like a one personality life path in my family too. I'm one man. But this is an exaggerated to make a point kind of energy. For some, this is literal. Like, you could, like, this is definitely how they are. But I'm just letting you know that if it sounds a little wild and extreme or exaggerated, it probably is tending to be for a lot of people. Like, that this person is generally like this, but maybe not exactly like this all the time. One thing that you can know is that this person is alert, has intense power. It's talking about Napoleon and Rocky Balboa rolled into one. Once he gets his mind cemented on a goal, he's hell-bent for leather, and the devil... What? He's hell-bent for leather, and the devil take the hindmost. See, I don't understand some of this. Wait, this person talking. So he'll get there. You may think... think the top is a 2-garage home. Okay, you may think the top, like getting to the top, is a 2-garage home with an Olympic-sized swimming pool set on a back sprawling lawn in the suburbs, and 2 vacations a year on the Riviera and in the Swiss Alps. But this may not be what is on his mind. It may mean 341 days at the apex of the White House flagpole if he can remain stationary that long. Or the top to him might mean the presidency of ExxonMobil. Exxon oil. He could accomplish either or both probably at the same time. You never know with the one man. So if you've planned a comfortable and secure future, you'd better iron out those wrinkles at the start. Better yet, invest in wash and wear clothes, at least when you'll be prepared for any and all contingencies. This life you've chosen with him may not always be secure, but it will certainly be exciting. And third, he wants it all. His mind can conceive of no halfway measures, nor entertain uncertainties. He is totally committed to living life to the fullest, and puts body, mind, and soul into every project with complete confidence. He can accomplish more in half a day than most people can in a week. He's in one big hurry. He's got a lot to do and a lot to see. So it's fortunate that his body is strong and his vitality limitless. His ego is strong and must be handled with TLC. He needs your honest praise and admiration, and it wouldn't hurt if you stretched the truth a little, well, even a lot, once in a while. He'll eat it up because he'll eat it up because he believes it anyway. He knows it's true. So don't wait for him to be surprised or flattered when you compliment him, because he won't be. He needs your adulation, but he also expects it. Wow. He is a rebel, extremely independent and self-willed, an original thinker, an inventive pioneer living in the world of his own making. Very Aries, Pisces, I wanted to say like Aries, Pisces, cusp, but I was thinking more Aries and Leo energy here. Very fiery, like, wow, some Cancer energy too. Could be any sign though. Okay, wow, I'm just looking over here to see anything else. Impulsive, his impulsive promptings of his head rather than his heart. He follows his head more than his heart. Well, that's unusual, not unusual. We hear that a lot on these channels. His strong ego allows him to believe in himself. Heaven forbid you should doubt his ability to lock muscles with Arnold Schwarzenegger and come out first. He may need the heating pad that night, but he will prevail. He's the archetypical hero. Hercules performing the immortal 12 labors without as much as batting an eye, and Arthur freeing Excalibur from the stone when all others have failed. The one man is a trendsetter. Clark Gable, the one man king of motion pictures. Clark Gable in my Art Deco Tarot is the emperor. So we're talking about your divine masculine here. Wow. Anyways, and yeah. Let's see. Oh, and the 10 of Wands we got also in the messages. I can take care of myself and I can take care of you. So don't worry about me. Yeah, that's this dude. The one man is a trendsetter. The one man king of motion pictures caused undershirt sales to plummet when he appeared bare-chested in It Happened One Night. Oh, okay. Clark Gable, when he appeared on the screen, bare-chested, then like undershirt sales just plummeted. Like people stopped buying them because Clark Gable, wasn't wearing one. Basically, that's the kind of power this person will have, like a similar sense of power. So this is someone that since childhood had wanted to like rise to the very top in whatever field that interested him. And this is a very charismatic and exciting and sexy person. Bold, seductive, craves constant action. Oh my goodness, you guys. Your person sounds like such a handful. If he's a male version of me, you're in for it. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, one man, blah, blah, blah. You guys, I'm tired. I'm not going to keep reading it. I'll just read the last paragraph for whoever is still sticking around, whoever at this point is even watching. But when all is said and done, your one man gets a genuine kick out of life. He finds it exciting, stimulating, and challenging. Danger in a way of life. He smiles in its face. And no matter how many last-minute rescues, close shaves, and skin of the teeth escapes he has, he'll go back for more. Danger makes him feel alive. He rushes in where angels fear to tread and possesses a toughness that is truly awesome. He is aggressive, action personified, with the spirit of a warrior and the optimism of a god. Of a god, huh? He's pledged to live life 111%. Remember when I said 111? So you might be seeing 111 a lot. He's pledged to live life 111% with no discounts, and if you decide to buy, you're guaranteed your money's worth. That's what I've got for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that was helpful. I appreciate you. Please hit that like button and subscribe. If you haven't already, it supports the channel and keeps it going. If you'd like a private reading, my contact information is in the description box down below. Thanks for watching.